Hi. So basically, there are a lot of questions that we would encounter in our life. The questions that are really deep, the ones that we don't really have any answer to. But tonight, one of those questions actually came to me, and I just can't find a real good answer for it. And that question is, why would a person like me, who calls his channel Sluggish Reader, participate in a readathon? And to be honest, I'm not sure as well. So this is organized by the Reading Rush, and it's gonna be my first ever readathon. I'm not sure if I pronounce it correctly. So it's gonna be my first ever readathon, and I am not sure what to expect, but I suppose I could start small. I mean, my channel name is Sluggish Reader, for God's sake. So this readathon, this reading challenge is gonna take place from the 16th to the 19th of April. So that will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's it. I won't be home all the time on the 16th and 17th because I'll be going to work in the weekdays as per usual, but I'll be at home in the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and I am going to enjoy that time so much because I do love staying at home. And it's just that this time I'm just gonna have some books to keep myself company. And yeah, I already prepared some of the books that I want to read based on the prompts that are featured. So basically, there are going to be 4 prompts. I suppose this is a pretty small readathon, so kind of fits with my goal. Let's get it started with. So the first prompt is read a book with a house on the cover. Now, I already chosen a book with houses on the cover. It's not exactly a house, although you can probably argue that all of those things are part of a house complex. Maybe it's a rich person's house, I'm not sure. But there is a door. It's Exit West by Mohsin Hamid. And if you can see on the cover here, there are buildings. You can argue that those buildings are part of a house. Now, not to be nitpicky, I'm just gonna say that it fits the prompt. There's a house there. So aside from the fact that there are housing buildings on the cover, the other reason I chose Exit West is because I am interested to read the story based on what I saw in the blurb. So basically, this is what it says. All over the world, doors are appearing. They lead to other cities, other countries, other lives. So basically, it's going to be about like this a pair of couple actually going through this these one-way doors, and it leads them to a new place. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to be going through like literal doors or figurative doors. I'm not sure how it's going to be like. If it's like literal doors that fantastically lead them somewhere else, I think that's going to be like super awesome. But yeah, I am totally curious. I'm totally excited to read about that, doors. I mean, I wish I could have that door. That way I can just like go anywhere, and I mean, go to the grocery stores, buy some cabbages or, stuff like that, as opposed to walk there. Yeah, doors would be very convenient. And I'm also thinking of actually reading this book to fulfill the second prompt because I won't be home the whole time. So I'm thinking like Thursday and Friday I could kind of like use that time to finish one book. And the second prompt would be read a book in the same room the whole time. So same room, I guess there are no other rooms except for the toilet. Sometimes I read in the toilet, but most of the time I would actually read in my bedroom. So yeah, in the same room, my bedroom, So no reading in the living room for this one. And no reading in the toilet as well if I were to really follow this prompt. So the third prompt is read a book set somewhere you wish you could go. And I kind of get the implication of this prompt basically with all this pandemic around. A lot of us don't really have this freedom to go anywhere that we want. And so it leaves us with this kind of longing to go somewhere, hence, somewhere you wish you could go. But in my case, because I'm a broke-ass bitch, this actually applies to me all the time with or without the virus, I guess. So yeah, shit really hits home with this one, especially for the place that I have in mind right now, which is also where the story is going to take place. I featured this book in my April TBR video, and it's Hotel du Lac by Anita Bruckner. This takes place in Switzerland. I've never been to Europe before, so I'm kind of interested to see how it looks like. And Switzerland is one of those places that looks especially bougie, and it's cool. And by cool, I mean the temperature. I mean, because we're Malaysian, we are always fascinated by places that are cool. And I'm not sure about anyone else out there, but we experience summer all the time here, and it's kind of annoying. So basically, I kind of hope that if I do have the time and the money, I would be able to travel to Europe, maybe like, for example, to Switzerland for spring or autumn or winter, just to experience the cool or the cold. I mean, cold is fine too, because we're Malaysians, we're also fascinated by snow. We kind of get cool here in Malaysia as well, but it only happens around rainy season. And when it rains all the time, it kind of gets really annoying, because for me, I find it really difficult to dry my clothes during at the time. So yeah, so for the final prompt, the fourth prompt is read a book that will make you smile. Now, I'm not sure how to decide on a book that will make me smile if I have not read it, but I'm just gonna go wild on this one, and I chose a book that looks kind of nice. I suppose I could smile because it's a story about a cat. I think the POV is gonna be from a cat, and it's called The Traveling Cat Chronicles. This is written by Hiro Arikawa. It's originally in Japanese, but after I chose this book, I actually found that there's this excerpt of a review written on the cover that says heartbreaking. So I'm not sure. I already chose this book, for the book that will make me smile, and it says here heartbreaking. I didn't notice that before. If you don't believe me, just look at this. Heartbreaking. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to smile when I read this book. But there's a cat here, so I think that's going to be sufficient in making me smile. In the beginning, at least. So I'm not sure what this book is going to be about. And I don't really care much about reading the blurb. I always prefer to be surprised when I read a book. And well, that's it. So these are the books that I'm going to read for this readathon. And I hope I can finish those books. We'll just see how it goes. But yeah, as usual, the most important thing to do is to have fun. So until then, take care, and I'll see you again in the next videos. Bye bye. Yeah.